So, it's been a while since I posted. Have you guys been? So yeah, so it's been a while. I really just haven't had much motivation to record, and life kind of got in the way, and it'll continue to get in the way for a while. But after Buffy in a Bottle, I just freaking needed to record this video. So if you recall, when I posted my last video, which, by the way, 11,000 views, that's insane. I cannot believe anything I have made has gotten that popular. It is more popular than Smurf's Cyrus versus Tyrus video, which is just mind-blowing to me. Like, I look up to him, he's a great creator, and just, what? Anyway, sorry, had to get that out of the way. But anyway, so, during that video, or in the comments of that video, I promised that I would make a video about the Swingset Scene and just look into it in detail. I didn't do that, but today I'm gonna do you guys one better for me making you wait. I'm gonna go through every single Tyrus scene in detail and explain why they're all beautiful and amazing and fantastic, and why this couple is so freaking great, and why Tyrus shippers are becoming the majority. So, very first ever scene when pretty much nobody shipped them, the Muffin Scene. Now, I do remember when this first came out, everyone was like, this is a weird subplot. What is the point of what? This is weird, huh? And then just kind of brushed it off. I think some people saw shipping fodder there, but for the most part, people were kind of just about it. And, really looking back, it was great, and it was the best way that this ship could have been introduced. Because it shows TJ's real side, when he's not being competitive, when he's not feeling challenged, when, I mean, obviously the reason he did it was because Buffy's like, I'll tutor you if you do this, but he also went the extra mile. He didn't just get the muffin. If he just cared about pleasing Buffy, he would have just gotten the muffin and moved on, but no, he went that extra step, and he helped Cyrus learn to stand up for himself a bit, and then when that kind of failed, he stood up for Cyrus. He was like, hey, he's with me, which, by the way, please tell me that's gonna be foreshadowing. Anyway, it was just a really nice moment that shows that TJ is willing to think of other people and not just himself, and that he is not as bad a guy as he'd previously been seen to be. This was, I think, the first part of him kind of showing his true colors, and that he's not really that awful. Anyway, so then the second scene. This was the one everyone hopped on board. This was the Swingset Scene. Now, I have probably watched this scene 2 million times because it was so amazing and magical, and just, like, this got people to stray from Cyrus, which was a very popular ship, and the shippers were known to be pretty dang hardcore about it. And there are still some, obviously, there's still some people who are very much Cyrus or nothing, but a lot of Cyrus shippers jumped ship at this scene, and that's incredible. So, first of all, Cyrus' song, that is pure Cyrus, and everything Cyrus does is just perfection to me. Honestly, I am so biased when it comes to Cyrus. I will pretty much always be on his side. I will love pretty much everything he does. I am basically Cyrus. Like, let's just be real here. I connect with him on, like, a spiritual level. But anyway, songs were adorable, and TJ didn't even judge him for it. Any of the other characters, you know for a fact, Buffy, Andi, Jonah, any of them, would have made some joke about it. No, TJ was just like, what he's singing outside, which was, like, kind of a joke, but also not, like, a mean-spirited one. And he's like, oh, didn't expect you to have a song for that. And then just continued, like, he didn't even really judge him for it, which was just great. Because any other character would have judged him a lot harder for that. Anyway, so then called him Chocolate Chip Muffin, which I thought was cute. Just give me a minute to get to Buffy in a Bottle. Oh gosh, I'm gonna go on about that. But anyway, that whole conversation was great. But does anyone notice how TJ basically started with a pickup line? Because when they were talking, he's like, so, hang out here a lot? That is like 3 words away from come here often. Seriously, it's really darn close. Anyways, then they start talking, and they're having a connection, and the chemistry is freaking off the charts. It's amazing. And this really does show how mutually beneficial their relationship could be. TJ pushes Cyrus out of his comfort zone. Cyrus gives TJ someone he can be emotionally vulnerable with, someone who can help him through his hard times without having someone judge him or, try to force him to be someone that he's not or be the tough guy. He can just be the emotionally sensitive guy with stuff who swings. That's what Cyrus offers him. And then TJ's like, hey, we can be spontaneous and have fun and take risks and do things you didn't think you'd be able to do. And it's great. And they have a super fun time. And seriously, you want to tell me that, you know where to find me? You do too. The look they gave each other was so genuine and real and just, oh my gosh. It was so good. It was so good. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I've watched that scene a million freaking times. It was so good. It was so good. Anyway, after that, the next scene was Cyrus inviting TJ to his bar mitzvah, and also TJ asking, like, hey, if I wanted Buffy to do something for me, what tips could I have on that? It's not really that big of a scene, but it was, it was a scene, and it was nice, and it showed that they still have their rapport, and he called him underdog for the first time, and it was great, it was amazing, and it was great. It was just great, honestly, and they walked so close to each other, just having flashbacks to that time. I loved it so much. Anyway, so the next Tyrus scene was in A Walker to Remember, I believe, because for some reason they didn't hang out at his bar mitzvah, and I was really sad about that. But one thing to know about the bar mitzvah, TJ was super nice to Buffy that entire episode, and she was still kind of mean to him, so take that as you will. Anyway, but seriously, in A Walker to Remember, they had their scene where Cyrus abandoned his group of friends. Like, they were all cheering for Buffy. He walked away from them to go talk to TJ to comfort him to make sure he was doing okay. Which is, like, so sweet. Even Jonah was like, are they friends? Like, I didn't know they were friends. And it's like, other characters are starting to notice this. Anyway, so TJ's a little bit snarky, but it's also pretty obvious it's the kind that he's like, he would have done that to anybody who walked up to him. And Cyrus, he didn't take it. He was just like, he was still there to help him, but he didn't just, like, take the sass. Anyways, then they have a really emotional conversation, which, okay, did you notice Cyrus's voice in this scene? Because he does not do that voice very often. And it's like, it was his, like, this is deep and meaningful voice. I don't know how to describe it. You're gonna have to just watch it for yourself and see what I mean. And TJ kind of does it, but it's just, the entire conversation is in that voice, not just, like, the super important part at the end where TJ confesses that he has a learning disability, and Cyrus is like, that's an overused buzzword, which is just, it's so great. Representation of the show is so good. Anyway. But yeah, it shows that they have this deeper connection, and Cyrus is able to get TJ to see himself in a different light and see his situation in a different light, and it's just nice. The whole scene is just nice, okay? And then TJ shares his cheese puffs, which, like, that's a big move. It's a big move to share your food with someone. Like, it was a great A scene. It was a great A scene. Anyway, so then there wasn't a Tyrus episode in the next, a Tyrus moment in the next episode, but I will note, I do believe that TJ signing Buffy's basketball was supposed to be a peace offering. Prove me wrong on that. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to be a peace offering. Anyway, Buffy in a bottle. Oh my gosh, I loved the Tyrus in this episode so much, and this kind of, for me, is like nail in the coffin. There is no way Cyrus still likes Jonah and is not, like, completely over him and likes TJ instead. Like, there's no way that's just not the case. So, Cyrus and Andi are sitting there with their time capsule Buffy. TJ walks up and he makes a snarky joke about Buffy, but, like, to be fair, was he wrong? Like, if you watch the episode, the joke was like, oh, I didn't recognize her. Go away, TJ. Now I recognize her. Like, was he wrong? let's just be real here. Was he wrong? Anyway, and then he asks if he can sit down, and Cyrus is all for it. He's like, yeah, I don't think she'd mind. And then Andy's like, excuse me, I mind, because you're a jerk. And then TJ gives an apology to Time Capsule Buffy, which just... He's willing to stand in front of what is essentially a trash can and deliver an apology, like a fairly sincere apology where he's like, I was a jerk, you didn't deserve to be treated that way, and I'm sorry. Like, that seems genuine to me. It seems like he really meant what he said. And I feel like he's genuinely trying to be a better person. So, take that as you will. I really liked his apology, and I liked that he was willing to kind of throw away his dignity to give it to a trash can. And, like, be the bigger person and admit his faults in front of other people to a trash can. That was great to me. Then the great part, oh my gosh, this whole scene is so beautiful. I've rewatched it. Like, the episode, I watched the episode at 2 a.m. when it comes out on Disney. At least it comes out at 2 a.m. where I am. I watched it so many times when it came out, and then I watched it multiple times throughout the day. So, TJ asks what they're talking about, and Cyrus is like, oh, you know, just weather, current events, price of hot lunch, like, super nervous, and it's cute. And then TJ's like, really? You're not even gonna talk to me? And Cyrus is like, I can't, it's private, I'm having a physical issue, and TJ gets kind of like, oh, and Cyrus is like, wait, stop imagining horrible things, which, by the way, Disney, dang, okay, that joke kind of caught me off guard, but it was also great. It was great. I love TJ's reaction. It was so perfect. It was like kind of concerned, but also like, I don't know how to take that. It was great. Anyways, then Cyrus admits his problem. He can't do somersaults. And there's a whole list of other things he can't do. TJ calls him Underdog again. It was not a one-time thing. He calls him Underdog again. Like, this is now a recurring nickname that is straight out of freaking fanfiction. He's repeatedly calling him Underdog. Not just in private. Like, this is in front of Andy. In a crowded diner. Like, he's for real. He's like, oh, it's just cute, okay? I love that he called him Underdog again. Originally, I actually forgot he ever called him Underdog in the first place. But it was just nice. It's cute. He calls him Underdog unabashedly, and it's cute. Okay? Anyway, that's not even, like, the only part of this that was very Tyrus. Anyway, so then he's like, if you can't do a somersault, I can help you with that. Like, no, he's like, yeah, I can help you. Keep in mind, did Andi ever, say, hey, I could help you? No, and she's supposed to be his best friend. She didn't even want to say, hey, I could teach you how to do a somersault. No, she's like, yeah, I've always known how to do a somersault. Like, TJ doesn't brag. She's like, yo, I can help you. Whatever. No big deal. Anyway, so that's when Jonah comes in, and this moment, I think, kind of seals it for me. So, Jonah walks in, and Cyrus, like, really hurriedly says, there he is, go talk to him about the thing, which is, you know, Andi and Jonah's. Tell Jonah that you're his girlfriend, essentially, is what he was trying to say there. And he's like, now? And Cyrus, like, pushes her to do it. And the second Andi leaves the table, tension right back on TJ. Doesn't linger his gaze, doesn't keep looking. He doesn't even seem, like, upset about it. During the whole episode, he casually says, like, oh, Jonah knows you're his girlfriend, right? Like, he doesn't seem upset about it. That mixed with how he reacted to the Jandy kiss, which, didn't like it either, but whatever. Like, he's so nobody who has feelings for somebody is that casual about it. And this is Cyrus we're talking about. Cyrus is not great at masking what he's feeling or pretending to be calm when he's not. This is Cyrus. He overreacts to everything. Let's be real here. It would be pretty hard for him to mask that. But anyway, so then TJ and Cyrus are sitting in the background and they're talking all this stuff. Anyway, then Jonah pulls the stupid Natalie move. I don't even want to talk about it. That smug smirk on his face pissed me right off. Just, no, Jonah, just stop. You're, ugh. Anyway, so then Andy's like, hey, I gotta go. And Cyrus is like, really? Like, he's kind of upset about it. TJ then says he has to leave, and Cyrus has the most, like, lost puppy dog look on his face that I've ever seen, and it's so cute. TJ's like, you want to come with me? And he's like, yes! He, like, jumps at it. And playing devil's advocate, maybe he just didn't want to be in the awkward situation of Jonah and Natalie just being weird. But also, means he would rather be with TJ than Jonah. Just saying. But also, he didn't look that upset when Andi was leaving. He looked upset when TJ said he was leaving. And then, of course, they go to the gym and TJ teaches him how to do a somersault. And they get a montage with a fun song. And also, TJ put his arm around Cyrus's shoulder. That was cute. I don't care if it was platonic, it was cute. I remember freaking out when Cyrus did the thing with Jonah where he, like, pulled him in. TJ basically did the same thing to Cyrus. And it was still cute. And it was still amazing. And it was still awesome. And it was like nothing. And this time Cyrus didn't even initiate it. TJ did. And then they chest bump and it's great. And he's super supportive and helping. And it's just a great scene. It's just a great montage. And, like... no gyro scene is ever going to be as good as the ones in this episode. I'm sorry. Buffy in a Bottle, Tyrus scene's top notch. Nothing's going to beat them. Anyway, so, end of the day, Tyrus scenes are great. Also, TJ has proven that he treats Cyrus really well. Jonah has proven that if he's in a relationship with somebody that he really cares about, he's still gonna treat him like garbage and be a garbage human. I stopped hating Jonah for a while, actually. After my last video, the last few episodes that he's been in, where he was mostly just with Bowie or dealing with his anxiety, I liked him. He was fine. And in one episode, just all back. It's proven, even if he cares about you, he doesn't. He'll treat you like garbage. He'll purposely make you jealous for pretty much no reason whatsoever. He'll pull stupid stunts like this and be stupidly petty. Like, do we want that for Cyrus? Cyrus is a sweet cinnamon roll. Do we really want him to have to be with someone who would do that to him? No. But Tyrus is cute and good and healthy, and TJ treats Cyrus like he deserves to be treated. And it's nice. How many times I said nice in the video? Way too many. Anyway. But yeah, so I just love it. I'm really sad TJ's not going to be in any more episodes until season 3, if Luke Mullen's IMDb page is to be believed, because the next episode says he's in is 3.3. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I'm really excited for this. And it's also really interesting to see that Tyrus shippers are legitimately becoming the majority. Not minority. They started the minority, now they're the majority. Because it was like, in my videos, I would expect there to be mostly Tyrus shippers because I've been very open and vocal about how much of a Tyrus shipper I am. But even on channels like Smurf, who has been very much like Gyrus shipper, even his comment sections are starting to be more tipping the scales in Tyrus's direction, and that's just really interesting to me. Honestly, no hate, whatever happens, I'm just super pumped, and I love Tyrus. I'm gonna go back to binge watching scenes. I will see you all later, and yes, I cut my hair. And I'm happy with it. Bye.